Hello, I'm John Graham, President of Daytona International Speedway. In sports, nothing is big unless the fans say it is. Thanks to you, the Daytona 500 is the most watched motorsports event in the United States and is one of the biggest sporting events of any kind in the entire world. We hope you'll enjoy this CD about the Daytona 500 and about all of the great races and athletes that make up Daytona Speed Weeks. Thank you for being a NASCAR fan, and thanks especially for being here with us at Daytona.
Two of the greatest fiddling here, fidgeting with first place, passing some of the stragglers in the last lap, trying to take it home. It's all come down to this. Out of turn two, Donnie Allison in first. Lane with Darrell Waltrip.
I'm in the middle of this bear hug. Ken, car owner Rick Hendrick, driver Darrell Waltrip, wife Stevie.
Oh, I won the Daytona 500. I won the Daytona 500.
Darrell, how long?
Wait. This is the Daytona 500, isn't it?
You bet.
Don't tell me it isn't. Thank God.
How many years and how long and how hard have you tried to get right here?
17 years. 17 years this year, and it just took a great, you saw what happened. Jeff and Stevie and Randy and Rick and everybody, they figured everything right to the fraction. I drafted, and it paid off.
17 years you've been down here. Your daughter, 17 months old, on the 17th day of February, all your car number. I understand 3 times on the two-way radio, the word came across that you were out of gas.
I said, it's gone, it's out. It won't go no further than it, pick up and go again, but you tell me. I had a lot of drivers say all them numbers didn't mean nothing. You tell me, do they mean anything?
I guess they do. Darrell, congratulations. Cup coming off, and here he comes out of the car for the second time. Dale, those Chevrolets threw everything they had at you, and you held them off. How did you do it?
They didn't have a Robert and Doug Yates engine. That's the whole key. The chassis was great. I was running wide open, but tell you, down the straightaway, I could pull away a little bit. And I was worried about them getting a run, but I knew that Robert and Doug and all the guys in the engine shop had given me as good an engine as anybody out here, and that was the key.
The car was strong all day, but it was a dogfight out there in the traffic.
It was that, yeah. And after the first time we changed tires, we made a slight adjustment, and we really got the car off a lot, and it really hurt there for a minute, but we got it back adjusted, and things were good, but I just had to bide my time there for a while.
Dale, if you'll hop down here for a second, there's a voice I need to put in your ear. There's a very proud papa sitting up there, up in the CBS announce booth. Go ahead, Ned.
Let him give Dale a super job there. I never had any doubt but what you could drive a race car, but you have flat proven it to me here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Dad. I tell you, I had a great race car, and that's what you have to do is have a good race car here, and appreciate everything you've done for me, and just want to thank everybody involved here, and thank God for a safe day. I know we had some accidents, but want to thank God. He's the one who made all this possible for all of us, and we just appreciate it. And thanks for you always being there.
Well, I'll enjoy your victory. Kelly comes up there in Victor Lane. Enjoy it. We'll see you in a little while.
They know they have just beat one of the best road course racers. Turned out to be a barn burner right down the very last lap. passing Ron Fellows past the white flag, under braking and turn one. Get back with like the walk in there. Earnhardt Jr. is going to wonder for his knee in the NASCAR World Series Championship standings today. Matt Kenseth with leg problems was able to
Dale, congratulations. First career victory on a road course, your 10th Busch Grand National win. Awesome. You beat the master, Ron Fellows. You have to feel good about that.
He's the master. He's pretty good. We had a good car all weekend, man. I kept messing up, making mistake after mistake in the race. I'm thinking, man, what? I've been practicing all week. We tested here, and here I am out there making a fool of myself. Spun out, lost a lot of spots, kept missing shifts. And then for some reason, the transmission wouldn't stay in second or fourth gear. It'd pop out, so I had to drive the last 20 laps holding it in second, holding it in fourth in the corners and stuff. That's kind of hard, but I had a good car. His car got loose. We just try to do what we can. I thought he was just riding around, but I reckon he's giving it all he had.
On that last lap, how did you set up that pass? How did you know that you were going to go in there and try to outbrake him on that turn?
We got new Brembo brakes on this car, and they are awesome. I mean, you can't run without them, and we're just real happy. I want to thank Ron Hutter Racing Engines. We messed one of them up in practice. That's my fault, Ron, but this was awesome. Got to say hey to my dad. Hope he enjoyed it. Everybody in Sonoma enjoyed it. Everybody, all my family, we're just real happy, real ecstatic.
Congratulations, Dale. By far, you did not look like an idiot out there. You were awesome. Good job.
Thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. AC Delco, #1.
Twice he led at the white flag and failed to take the checker in first place. But today belongs to the man who grew up at the corner of Coach and Sedan Street in Kannapolis, North Carolina, a mill town north of Charlotte, where he worked underneath that house in a garage on his own race cars and those of his father to become one of NASCAR's two greatest champions. He and Richard Petty, the only two drivers with 7 Winston Cups on their trophy shelf.
Mike, he's a long ways from Victory Circle yet, and the crowd's building.
And Earnhardt, along with Bobby Labonte, Jeremy Mayfield, Rusty Wallace, and again Ken Schrader, will have a shot at that R.J. Reynolds $1 million bonus when they post it next time later this season. Last year at Darlington, South Carolina, some question Earnhardt's ability to go 500 miles when he blanked out on the first lap at Darlington, South Carolina, and had to climb from the car and go to the care center.
Watch this circle. He's going to spin out.
There goes the grass.
Yeah. Goodbye.
A smoke show. Well, the fellow who drives his Craftsman truck, Ron Hornaday, likes to do when he celebrates a victory. And now, look at that throng. Can he get to victory lane from here?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes. What a show.
Yes.
Here with Larry McReynolds and a big hug. And Richard Childress. Dale, how about that ride?
How about it? Man, can you believe it? For one, got an awesome race car, but for two, thank good Lord for a good day. This race car did everything. The good Lord looked after it all day long. Good wrench. This is for all them race fans and all them people have been saying, Dale, this is your year. Dale, this is your year. And boy, a lot of them said it this year. All the way from Mr. France, all the way down to Todd Parrott and all the guys on the team. The Daytona 500 is ours. We've won it, we've won it, we've won it.
And everybody took a shot at you at the end.
I don't care who was taking shots at me. I was driving the mirror more than was the front, but I tell you, these great sponsors, these great people that's worked with us and give us everything we need to win with. This is a good race car.
Irwin to the bottom. Skinner with him. Earnhardt holds the bottom. 7 Daytona 500s have been decided by a last lap pass. Will this be the 8th?
Earnhardt right on his back bumper as they come off turn 4. He started to put a move on him. White flag.
2.5 miles to history.
Jeff Gordon trying to win his second. Dale Earnhardt trying to win his second. Buddy, where will Earnhardt make the move?
Well, I don't know. Gordon looks awful strong as they come off turn 2 over there down the back straightaway. Kenny Irwin looks to the outside.
Right here's where he has to make the move. And he wasn't able to get that run up under Jeff Gordon like he wanted to.
But that's what we said Friday. He was this far behind in the International Race of Champions. He looks inside. He goes outside. He looks inside again.
Okay, right now he's got to pull right down on that back bumper and try to get him loose coming off turn 4. He does not have the muscle at this point.
But he may have some momentum. Here comes Earnhardt. He's all the way to the bottom, almost in the grass. He slides up the racetrack and Jeff Gordon will win it for the second time.
Wow, what a race. Oh, he's getting a little shot after there.
Now that was a love tap.
It is Valentine's Day, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Ralph Shaheen.
Congratulations, Ray Evernham. You did it again. You told him to protect the bottom. That's exactly what he did. Is that where you were afraid he was going to come?
Yeah, well, Dale's pretty strong up off the bottom, and, Jeff did a great job driving the car. Car wasn't the quickest car all day, but he did a great job driving it. I want to thank God first for giving us the opportunity to do this, and DuPont and Quaker State Pepsi, everybody that supports us. And I want to say hey to Rick again. I'm sorry he couldn't be here, but God, what a great day.
This team has been so awesome. Is this the beginning of a dynasty-type march to another championship?
I don't know about that, Ralph. We're just we're going to take it one race at a time and have a good time. It's just, man, what an awesome feeling to win the Daytona 500.
Greg Gumbel back at Daytona International Speedway. Everybody should have a Valentine's Day like Jeff Gordon, the Daytona 500 championship, and $2 million in prize money. Ken Squire standing by in victory lane for the Harley J. Earl Daytona 500 trophy presentation. Ken.
Yes, indeed. This is what it's all about. $2 million, sure, but your name goes on this and perpetuates your victory in the 41st annual Daytona 500. John Graham, the president of the Daytona Speedway, to make the presentation to Ray Evernham, the crew chief, to Brooke, and to Jeff Gordon. Sir?
Jeff, Ray, Brooke, Mary, Rick and Linda Hendrick, John and Kathy Hendrick, the Harley J. Earl Trophy, symbolic of the champion of the Daytona 500. Congratulations, and we will also inscribe your name again on the permanent Harley J. Earl Trophy for fans to see in Daytona, USA, along with your winning 24 car. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I want to say hi to Rick and Linda at home. I know they're watching, and I know he wanted to be here really bad today. We got John and Kathy here, but thank you guys for what you do. And I tell you what, God is just blessing all of Hendrick Motorsports, and I can't say enough for all of our sponsors: DuPont Automotive Finishes, Quaker State, Chevrolet, GMAC, Kellogg's. Everybody that makes this happen, Pepsi. It's just a treat to be able to get behind the wheel of that race car. And this guy right here, Ray Evernham, prepares, and it was a great race car today, and those Rainbow Warriors kept us in it all day. It's a great feeling. I can't believe it.
Ray Evernham, Brooke, and Jeff Gordon here to receive the Harley J. Earl Award. Let's go back to Greg Gumbel.
Ken Squire, thank you. Jeff Gordon, victorious here in the 41st running of the Daytona 500.
Jared watching his grandson make his Daytona Busch debut. Last year, this race did not get one complete lap before a big crash. Here we go. We're under green in the Napa 300. So Randy LaJoie, who saw it all unfold in his mirror, can come around to claim his second championship of this race in 3 years.
But he's coming around at a pretty good clip. He's not sure of that, Mike. He's racing right back to the flag.
And wins it. Randy LaJoie, 2 wins in 3 years. The rest of the field comes by under caution Jeff Green finishes second. Bobby Hillen, a hard-earned third. Andy Hillenberg fourth. And Adam Petty will finish fifth. Matt Kenseth, Kevin LePage, Kevin Grubb, Jeff Burton, and Chuck Bound will be the top 10.
Flag that time by final lap of the 21st running the Discount Auto Parts 200 here at Daytona. 30-year-old Christian Elder trying to hold on. Now Robert Huffman getting to fall back now, making about 8 or 9 car lengths, and there's the separation as Christian Elder really pulling away. I'm going to
tell you something, Benny. Either something's happened to his car or...
Ray Dunlap, what's going on with Huffman?
Right rear tire going down on the White House Apple Juice's car, number 37 for Robert Huffman. It looks like Christian Elder's got this one in the bag.
Oh, what a tough break after coming here for almost a decade. Robert Huffman once again will not have a shot at winning it. And the cars are catching Robert for second position. As Joe Buford and the guys are about 10 car lengths behind Robert. Here comes Christian Elder down to win the Discount Auto Parts 200. There's the flag. Now here's the battle for second spot right here. Huffman trying to hang on. Buford, and he will hang on with Buford back in third spot. Goodell in fourth.
And he pulls straight over out of the way in case something happens.
Beneath the Florida sun, the World Center of Racing, home of sand, surf, sun, and speed, once again serves up another winner here at Daytona. Well, Bob Jenkins, what a day it was, and what a great win it was for Christian Elder.
Indeed, as his car moves into victory lane here at Daytona International Speedway, another event in Speed Weeks 99 has come to a close with Elder pulling into victory lane. Still have a lot more coverage for you on Speed Weeks 99. Happy hour tomorrow. Right now to victory lane in Bill.
Christian Elder has just pulled into victory lane. His crew coming in to celebrate with him, waiting for the helmet to come off. His first win here at the Daytona International Speedway. The gloves come off. And an emotional moment down here, not only for driver and crew, but for the fans that were able to stay around and see this moment. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's a dream come true. I can't believe it. Wow, what a feeling.
Tell us how it feels.
I don't know if I can. I don't know if there's words for this. Daytona. Victory Circle in Daytona. I mean, that's just unbelievable for this Great Clips team. I'm so happy.
Well, come on and climb on out of here. He's got to unbelt himself and take off the wheel. But Christian Elder in victory lane here at Daytona.
Christian Elder wins the Discount Auto Parts 200 for the Goodies Dash Series here at Daytona International Speedway.
40-year-old Bobby Gerhardt from Lebanon, Pennsylvania. 1988 ARCA Rookie of the Year. He has been so close so many times. Third 3 times at Talladega. It's a family affair. You heard him say they build their engines themselves. He drives it. His brother is the crew chief, Billy.
Take it out and give it a ride, man. We need to hurry up and get you out and do TV. When you get out, stand on this ledge right here and look at the
His 113th race.
Heads up, guys.
But his first win, and he will never forget it. Remember 20 years ago, Kyle Petty won his first here. Remember Benny Parsons won back in 1969. And today, Bobby Gerhardt hopes this win will do for him what he did for the likes of Benny Parsons and Kyle Petty and many, many more. And that, my friends, is what Daytona is all about. Let's go on our McDonald's Winter Circle. Here's Bill Webb.
Well, as you can imagine, it's very emotional down here. Pandemanium. Bobby Gerhardt, your first win comes at Daytona. Congratulations.
Man, it's been a long time coming.
Race to lead Speed Weeks off in history. Rusty Wallace victorious after 12 tries. Here he comes. uncinching himself out and getting a tremendous ovation and not so big ovation from some as he defeats Jeff Gordon in this last lap shootout. Rusty, congratulations.
Oh, man, thanks a lot, Tannis. Really appreciate it. It's a great race. You know, I had to get going on the end there, and I guess he missed a gear or something, but, man, this Taurus was honking today, and I had little Kenny behind me. He stuck it right up there. We went to the front. It was great.
Did you fake him out on that restart at the last lap?
Man, I don't know what I'd done. All I know is that when I was ready, I had the thing cleared out, and I was ready to rock. You know, I think that's always been one of my strong points. It's got me in trouble a couple times, but evidently I nailed it, and he nailed it, and something broke in his car because the whole field drove past him. But a great day for the Ford Taurus. Its first victory at Daytona. I'm real proud for it. The adventures of Rusty's car was here. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Miller, Mead, Mobile, all of them. They did a great job.
I can tell you myself that it can be confusing, and it was a bit of a confusing finish. I wonder, Richard, when you noticed that Heveron had left the track, the caution flag was going to come out, and you had, in effect, a one-lap race to the flag for the victory.
Well, just to the one across the start-finish line. You know, you're going in one direction, then when you turn at the start-finish line, you look down into the first and second corner just as far as you can see. And I've seen the car sitting on the infield, and when I did, then I just put it to the floor and just waited for Cale to make his move, and when he did, then he just went in the corner a little bit too hard up there, and his car didn't stick, and I was able to cut back beside of him, and then we kind of touched a couple times, and I beat him to the lane.
You weren't worried when he went past you?
What?
You weren't worried when he went past you there on the backstretch?
Yeah, I was worried. I was sitting there for the last 40 laps wondering what he was going to, I know what he was going to do and where he was going to do it, but I didn't know how I was going to overcome it. But what happened when the boy spun, then everything was strictly reflex. He had to do something, and I had to do something. The figuring that both of us done never came to be. So it was an act and a react. He acted and I reacted.
You've been around this sport so long that you may not get terribly excited at the prospect of winning a race, but was there a little extra thrill in winning, knowing that the #1 fan was here today?
Well, definitely. 200 is very, very important, but under the circumstances, with all the presidents that's ever been in the United States, this is the first one that's ever showed up at a racetrack. So everybody's got to go from that, from racing standpoint, and I wanted to be the one that was able to welcome him to Grand National Racing.
Richard, congratulations to you on this terrific occasion. Mr. President, thanks for being with us.
Well, pleased to be here, and it's been a very exciting day, and I join in the congratulations. I even have a conflict of interest here because he's doing some yeoman service in a political sense.
These are flying mile tests. The cars have 2 miles to pick up speed before crossing the start mark for the measured mile. At this point, the flag is just to dress things up. Actual timing doesn't begin until the cars are 2 miles down the beach. Electric devices at each end of the mile time the cars to a fraction of a second. And the speed is recorded in the tower.
Thrills in the national stock car races is the 160-mile Circuit Championship, a 39-lap competition for unmodified stock cars. Qualifying speeds went as high as 135 miles an hour, with the big prize at stake, They don't spare the horses here. It's a supreme test of men and machines. Jim Flock, a winner by a 50-second margin. His second straight victory. Champion driver, happy family, lucky man.
The race is on. Fritz Wilson, a rookie, leads them through the first turn, trying to stay in front out of the swirling tornado of traffic. On the backstretch, Wilson hits 140 miles an hour. Weatherly is high on the track. Lee Petty in the center. Beauchamp below him. The checkered flag. The race is over. Based on photos such as this, gave Lee Petty in number 42 the victory by a margin of less than 1 yard.
Brooke is right here. She walked by me and said, "What a race indeed. $2 million richer." Jeff Gordon, as he pulls it off, fending off the old warrior, Earnhardt. Those last 4 or 5 laps as Earnhardt tried to turn him just a little, use up those rear tires. He's just about ready to clamber out of car number 24 after a brilliant victory in one of the greatest Daytona 500s of all time. Here is the champion of the 1999 Daytona 500, Jeff Gordon, having just a moment to get his shoes straightened out. And here he is. Jeff, those last 10 laps, what a race.
That is a dream come true for me, to race Dale Earnhardt down to the final finish, all the way down the line for the Daytona 500. It does not get any better than that. And I'm the last person, I think, at this racetrack today that thought we were going to win a race. I certainly didn't have many friends out there, but I had one strong race car. And I tell you what, I'm glad Ray Evernham and all these Rainbow Warriors took 4 tires there at the end because the car was handling great. And man, I want to thank Dale for a great race. I mean, he did everything he possibly could, and I've learned, he's probably going to tell you I learned too much from him because he's taught me a lot of things over the last couple of years, and that's the only way I kept him behind me.
Take us through the last moments of the race coming down out of turn 4.
Well, you know, I saw him dropping back trying to get some momentum on me, and I got out there too far in the middle of 3 and 4, and I had to back off, to tell you the truth, because I knew he was going to get me at the line if I didn't. And I may have backed off a little too much. He got up on my bumper and almost got underneath me. I got a little sideways, but I knew I was going to make it to the finish right from that point on. And I tell you, I had a mirror full today, and I want to thank DuPont Automotive Finishes, Quaker State, Pepsi, Chevrolet. This is an awesome Monte Carlo today, and those Goodyear tires are awesome too. Thank you for everything you guys do for us.
Dale, he really tried to work you over in those final moments.
Well, thank God that, you know, you're racing with a guy like that, and thank God for this team and this awesome race car. I just am so blessed and so fortunate, but he worked me over big time, to say the least, you know, and that's the way he is. That's how hard he is, and how bad he wants to win this Daytona 500. He got a taste of it last year, and he won it again this year. I wanted to be able to be the one to keep him from doing that, and this is an awesome win for us. Got to thank R.J. Reynolds and Winston. I can't believe how much money we just won today. I cannot believe that.
Congratulations are in order for a young champion. $2 million richer.